Hey everyone, my apologies for not doing a video in a while, and I really do promise to be much more on top of delivering more updates and content. Got a little discouraged actually a couple months back. I started growing a green turf algae on the rocks in my tank. I started this aquarium with dry rock, so I was a little puzzled as to how it might have gotten in there in the first place. My guess is possibly on a frag plug or hitchhiking in on a few LPS. At any rate, after a lot of the usual methods like water changes, any kind of phosphate control, more cleanup crew, nothing was really making a dent, and it was really starting to spread like wildfire. I did notice that at the base of some of my SPS that it was irritating them quite a bit. And in my 20 plus years of keeping a reef tank, I have never had an algae that gave me this much trouble that I really couldn't tackle over a couple weeks or a month. And there was nothing I was doing that was actually able to eradicate it. After researching online and asking some fellow hobbyists I trust, no one was really pointing me in the direction of anything that would definitively eat it and help get rid of it long term. One thing I don't want to do is call out any company's product. That's not the purpose of this video, but I did finally use a non-bacterial chemical means to deal with it. At first, things were going great. It was all fine and good. Alkalinity consumption was steady, and the turf algae was slowly turning white and receding. I was siphoning out what I could with water changes and even stepped them up to twice a week sometimes just to basically be able to siphon it out. Within about 10 days, there was no visible trace of the algae anywhere in the system. And then things really started taking a turn for the worse. One by one, I lost every Acropora frag and a few LPS corals, no matter how stable I kept everything. The corals that didn't seem as affected and have since rebounded are both my Stylophora frags, a bird's nest, 3 frags of different Monopora digitata, a red Monty cap, my zoanthids, my acans, and a little colony of Duncans. Now, I do have a red Goniopora that's just now starting to come out of its hibernation, but it still isn't extending its tentacles the way it was pre-treatment. So with nothing else being changed regarding my water chemistry, lighting, flow, or otherwise, there's really nothing else I was able to pinpoint other than this product. I followed the directions to the letter, and it's disheartening. I even thought maybe whatever the algae may have been feeding on could have gone toxic when it died off. So I was running carbon, but it really didn't matter and seemed like the damage had already been done. So again, I didn't want to blame this product directly, but once I started using it was when the issues really took a turn for the worse. Now, moving forward, some of the changes I've made are that I installed a UV sterilizer, 40 watt model, that also feeds to an algae turf scrubber off of a manifold. I picked up an ice cap algae turf scrubber online, and it's just now starting to build up a nice growth on the screen. I purchased a few more fish that are currently in my quarantine system as well. I hope to do another video in the future, and I'll showcase the algae turf scrubber, why I use UV, and also just my quarantine process as well. Another change I'm making is I'm slowly siphoning out the fine sand bed with every water change. You can probably see that the right half of the tank is bare bottom so far. I set it up using Caribsea Fiji Pink mixed with some Caribsea Bimini Pink, and it really just proved too problematic no matter what I did as far as lowering the flow or trying to change the flow pattern. It was just blowing up onto the rocks and getting on top of some corals, and I'm sure it was irritating them pretty well too. And so I don't know if I'm gonna put any sand back or stay bare bottom. I have run predominantly bare bottom systems in the past. If I do put sand back in, it'll probably be something a little more coarse and a little bigger of a gravel size that won't blow around as much, like the Caribsea Seafloor Special Grade. So basically that's it for now. I'm slowly going to be adding some more frags back into the tank in the next few weeks. I'm sure you can see that I've already started with a few. I hope you found this video informative and that you'll hit the like and subscribe. Until next time.